Hi, I'm Todd Bowden, Carry the Load board member. On behalf of the rest of the board and the entire organization, welcome America, as we embark on a journey that we've been traveling since 2011. This year's journey will look a little different, however, as we continue to fight the war on COVID using physical separation while we also maintain a social connection. Each year at this time, we launch our national relay that connects Americans to the sacrifices made daily by our active military, veterans, our first responders, and their families in order to remind us all of the true meaning of Memorial Day. COVID or not, the mission continues. Since 2011, Carry the Load has encouraged Americans of all backgrounds to participate by walking with us on the relay or in one of the many Memorial May events. Walking, whether in solidarity or in solitude, is a symbolic gesture of carrying the memory of that hero who sacrificed their last breath for you and for me. We honor their memory by walking with and for those families for whom Memorial Day is every day, so that we can all enjoy the right to gather peacefully or exercise our freedom of speech. And when you couldn't join us in person, we asked you to do something at home, in your neighborhood, or even on a mountaintop, and we called it Carry It Anywhere event. This year we won't have the buses and relay team members to walk with, so we'll all be hosting our own event. Just follow along on our virtual relay map, which is on our website at carrytheload.org, or simply follow us on social media. Because of our national emergency, so many of you have reached out wanting to make sure this annual event does not go away. The most meaningful part of it all is when we get to hear you sharing your stories with one another, and we don't want that to be any different this year because these stories provide immeasurable healing for our surviving warriors and the families for whom Memorial Day is so important. You'll see what I mean when we introduce our Continuum of Care program. Right now, our first responders and military families need this more than ever. And each day, we're going to be posting a Hero of the Day on our social media channels. And we're asking for you to do something to actively honor that hero. Share their story, spend a moment in silent prayer, do some push-ups, or raise a glass in their honor. Your indebtedness and gratitude is yours to express. You may have your own hero, and I'll be back later to show how we can help you share their story. So now it's time to launch our 2020 Memorial May National Relay in Seattle, Washington. Here to start us off by honoring our first hero of the day is fellow Marine, my friend JJ Leonard. Marine, you've got the con.
Hi, I'm JJ Leonard. I've been involved with Carry the Load since 2011. It is my honor to help launch this year's National Relay by honoring my friend, Major Megan McClung. Megan was a classmate of mine at the United States Naval Academy, and then we went on to serve together in the Marine Corps. Megan was serving with the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force as the Marine Head of Public Affairs with the Al-Anbar Province, and was operating in Fallujah when she volunteered for duty with the Army's 1st Brigade in Ramadi. On December 6, 2006, Megan lost her life in service of our country when her Humvee struck an IED. She was the first female Marine Corps officer to be killed in the Iraq War, as well as the first female Naval Academy graduate to be killed in action since the school was founded in 1845. I remember Megan as smart, tough, and fearless, while at the same time compassionate. She loved a challenge. She competed in numerous marathons and 7 Ironman distance triathlons. Megan was admired and respected by all of her classmates and fellow Marines and truly embodied our class motto, not for self, but for country. This year, I'm honoring Megan by biking and walking 95 miles from now through the end of Memorial May. Please join me in posting in the comments what you will do to help honor her sacrifice.
Hey, thanks for sharing, JJ. What a heartfelt tribute to Megan. Now we're going to be joined by Tony Black from King 5, our media partner in Seattle. King 5 is a tremendous force multiplier for Carry the Load, and, well, we can't thank them enough for their commitment to this movement. Tony, please take it away.
Thanks, Todd, and thank you to Carry the Load for your tenacity to continue your mission even in these unprecedented times. You've been leading Americans since 2011 by honoring the sacrifices made by first responders, military, veterans, and their families. Something that means so much to us here at King 5, honoring those men and women who sacrifice daily for the greater good of our nation. The families and friends of those heroes know all too well what it's like to have someone in their lives lose time, experiences, and even their lives for the sake of all Americans. The pain and loss that they feel is unimaginable, but we want them to know that we support them, we see them, and we are here for them. Not only do we recognize the families of the fallen, we recognize the families of the warriors who get up every day and choose to serve our country. When we learned about your mission in 2016 through our Tegna partner WFA in Dallas, we knew we wanted to be a part of it when you kicked off your West Coast National Relay efforts in Seattle. I know, this year feels a little different, but Carry the Load is once again leading Americans transitioning the National Relay to a virtual event that everyone can join from their own home or neighborhood. So today, we are honored to help kick off this Memorial May Relay from Seattle. Maybe not standing at Victor Steinbrueck Park where the relay usually begins, but we are here in Seattle and want to encourage everyone in our city and across the nation to get out and do something in honor of Carry the Load. Walk, sing the national anthem, or go online and find more ways to get involved. Thank you for including us, and we look forward to the 10th anniversary in 2021.
Wow. Thank you, King 5, for that strong vote of confidence. We are humbled by your partnership. To that point, we'd be remiss if we didn't thank all of our National Relay sponsors who have stood by us so that we could honor the sacrifices made daily for all of our freedoms. We are especially humbled by the partnership of your employees. Your contributions are having a tremendously positive impact on America. This annual awareness campaign throughout the month of May not only brings attention to our fallen heroes, but it also provides a way for us to financially contribute to services that our first responders, active military, veterans, and their families so desperately need. The government does a lot of good things, there's no question, but it can't do everything. Our Continuum of Care program identifies and screens nonprofit partners who help fill those gaps. If you consider giving to one organization this year, we hope you'll consider Carry the Load. Here's a glimpse into where your funds will go.
Over the course of the last 10 years, and through the evolution of our Continuum of Care programs, Carry the Load has observed the impact made not only by our nonprofit partners, but also the impact made by our corporate sponsors. And because of both of those efforts, we've been able to see a tremendous impact and really for Carry the Load to be a force multiplier as we continue to serve military, veterans, first responders, and their families across this country.
With Carry the Load's help and the partnership that we have, it has enabled Patriot Paws to do full mentoring programs that helps veterans in transition.
Gratitude Initiative exists because of Carry the Load, bottom line.
This partnership is vital in helping the people that we serve.
I don't think we could have hired over 15,000 veterans since 2011 without our connection with Carry the Load.
We're not only a beneficiary for Carry the Load, we're a partner. We do things in partnership. When there's an event for Carry the Load, we promote it. When there's an event for ATO, they promote it.
They gave us a connection to other veterans organizations who could benefit from our services and also provide services that our clients can benefit from.
Carry the Load gives us the opportunity to partner with an organization that has the same focus, the goals of helping those who have put their lives on the line through service.
This was something that a lot of us needed. Carry the Load had brought something back that a lot of us had lost. That was Memorial Day. That was Memorial Weekend.
Without Carry the Load, AT&T would not be able to come together as a company across the entire country to support one mission, and that is to bring the true meaning back to Memorial Day, which is long overdue.
The way they highlight Memorial Day, and they highlight all these veterans and first responders that put their lives on the line every day for civilians like myself. I can't tell you how much we appreciate their partnership.
We have a client who actually joined us on the trail at the Memorial Day March, honoring their dad and her husband in such a way that was healing for them.
To select us to be a partner is truly just an honor.
I cannot say enough great things about Carry the Load.
We have some amazing partners, as you saw in the video, both corporate and nonprofits. We, of course, were only able to feature a few of the 45 nonprofits we have this year, but you can go to our website at carrytheload.org and click on the Continuum of Care program to see a complete list of all of our partners. I also want to thank all of our individual supporters. Each year you help raise over $1 million peer-to-peer dollars as part of this campaign. You continue to make a difference. And before we close, I'd like to invite Aaron White, another veteran Marine and friend, to share his story from Seattle last year. Semper Fi, Marine.
Thanks, Todd. You know, I've been involved with Carry the Load since the very beginning. I helped get things going at the Dallas Memorial March by organizing the mess hall to provide food over the 20-hour event on Memorial Day weekend. Each year, my family and I go out and we walk and we honor and remember those men and women who died for our freedom. Last year, I had the incredible honor of traveling to Seattle to help kick off our national relay, just like we're doing today. I got to meet all of the leg captains who give up a month of their time, who walk thousands of miles, who sleep on a bus, who shower in fire stations all across the country whenever they're able to, all in honor of our nation's heroes. I got to deliver a speech looking out over a beautiful harbor in Seattle and remind all of those walkers about the men and women who sacrifice their lives daily, and that the death of those men and women is my loss too. As I think about my experience and about what's been happening over the past weeks and months around the world, I think sacrifice looks a little different this year. I think perhaps it isn't just our first responders and military families who understand sacrifice anymore. It's our nation. It's our world. So this year, as we take the first step on our virtual journey towards Dallas and towards Memorial Day, and as our land heals and we get back to life as usual, I hope you remember those men and women whose families' lives were changed forever.
Thanks for sharing, Aaron, and thanks also to Tony and JJ for being a part of this historical day for Carry the Load. And thanks to all of you. Our hope is that now you have a better understanding of how you can engage this year within our virtual relay. As I mentioned at the beginning, we will be posting a Hero of the Day each day on social media. In addition to honoring and remembering these defenders of freedom, we want to know about your hero. And here's one simple way to go about it. Go to our site, and on the front page you'll see Share Your Story. Click that, and on the next page you'll find a link to download a participant bib. Take a minute to record a video about who you're carrying and tell us a little bit about them. For instance, this year I'm carrying Robert Worley, my mother-in-law's father. Sergeant Worley was a World War II mortarman in the 275th Infantry Regiment of the 70th Infantry Division. During the Battle of the Bulge, his division held off the German army on Patton's right flank, while General Patton's Third Army helped relieve a surrounded division in Bastogne. Although Sergeant Worley survived the war, he witnessed the atrocities that war brings, and he succumbed years later to his psychological wounds from the war. He was called, he answered. He sacrificed his own peace of mind so that others could live in peace. If you're in a position this year, we ask that you consider making a donation through our Facebook fundraiser or starting a team of your own to do the same. Mostly, we hope you'll just take a few minutes during this Memorial Day season to recognize and honor those who died so that we may live. Such a selfless approach is alive and well, however, and we can see it in the actions of our first responders and medical personnel fighting the invisible enemy, COVID. Bullets and bombs have been replaced by coughs and germs, but the threat is just as real. Many thanks to these great Americans. Our next premiere will be on Monday, April 27th, as we launch our East Coast Relay at West Point, New York. We hope you'll join us, and just remember, I'm Todd Boating, and I'm carrying Sergeant Robert Worley and all those members of the greatest generation who answered the call of duty. Who are you carrying?